Hey, why don't you take a picture of me with the giraffes?
Picture of me with that too?
What, with Solo?
Yeah. You're not taking a picture, are you?
No, it's a video. Hey there, Internet Best Buddies. Welcome back to the channel. As always, I'm Rain. Today we're going to be looking at Solo, a Star Wars movie. So this is the second Star Wars anthology film, right behind Rogue One. And what that means for those that aren't really in the know is that they are the movies that don't necessarily focus around the Skywalker family. So it's none of the Star Wars episode movies. Well, I have here at the beginning of the video, make sure to go down and subscribe so you can stay up to date with all the videos that I do put out. And just like with every video that I put out, I want to ask you guys a question. What other anthology-style movie would you want to see in the Star Wars universe? For me, the easy answer would definitely be like an Old Republic movie or a Darth Revan movie, as is the case with many Star Wars fans. But I'd also be really interested in seeing a sort of commando-style movie where it's an elite group of clones during Order 66 taking out Jedi, and maybe bouncing back and forth between their perspectives so that you're not really sure who's the hero or the villain in the circumstance. Something along those lines. I think that'd be really cool. If you do end up answering down below and leaving a comment, you'll be entered for a chance to win a digital code of Star Wars The Last Jedi. After escaping a slave planet at great personal cost, Han Solo, Chewbacca, and a new band of smugglers must steal a rare fuel supply to clear their debts to an intergalactic mob boss while being hunted by a mysterious group of marauders. So I want to keep this review as vague as possible as to avoid spoilers. I thought all the performances were really good for the most part. Alden Ehrenreich and Donald Glover were really good as Lando and Han. I did think there were moments where they really shined as them and kind of embodied the characters to a point where you could really see them being a younger version. And then there were other times where they kind of just felt like people acting like Harrison Ford and Billy D. Williams. But the moments where they actually really fit into the role I thought were a lot more on display than the moments where they didn't. I also really enjoyed a lot of the new characters they brought into the movie, such as Rio, Dryden Voss, and L337. God, L337, she's really funny. Woody Harrelson was great as always, and I actually really liked Emilia Clarke in the movie. So I was surprised how much fun I had actually watching the movie, and there are some pacing issues and a few moments that could cause boredom, but I didn't notice them too much because I was pretty wrapped up in it. But I'm also a huge Star Wars fan, so I kind of dug a lot more of it, I thought. Amanda, on the other hand, she said she was bored for a few moments, so it could really go either way for you. I also thought it gave some of the darker story moments for the Star Wars universe and made the Stormtroopers seem a lot different, a lot more menacing, I thought. So much like Episode 8 and Rogue One, this movie has a lot of stunning visuals, a lot of them being much like a tasty painting. And you can also comment down below if you get that reference too. They did choose to start the movie in a weird way where there's not a crawl necessarily, just like with Rogue One, but there is kind of like just text that comes up on the screen to give you more backstory as to kind of what's going on. And I don't really like that. I don't need that kind of spoon feeding in a movie. Like, let me draw my own conclusions. And a lot of that stuff you can just, kind of assume from the rest of the story going on. So I thought the action was actually really good in the movie, from a really cool World War II-esque battle that goes on that leads into the train sequence that you see in the trailers. And some cool space battles, some cool standoffs, things like that. Really cool amount of action. There is an issue, though, I think, with that, where they choose to kind of use a lot of the characters that we know survive this movie and put them in situations where any other character would be like, oh no, are they going to survive or not? But, like, we know Han's going to live, we know Chewie's going to live, we know Lando's going to live. It just takes away a lot of moments of, like, high stakes where there could have been some. So I thought that they tried really hard to force the importance of Han's dice, and I never really understood it. I still kind of don't. I get it brings him good luck, but it's kind of whatever. But there's also some really cool Easter eggs and some great references for fans of the Star Wars franchise that have seen all the other movies. And my god, there is such a cool character reveal in the movie, and I don't want to spoil it clearly at all because it was such an awesome reveal. Do not Google Solo Star Wars movie because literally the first like 2 links are just like, can you believe this character's in the movie? And that just frustrates me. I would have been angry if I saw that. But yeah, this character's in there. Pretty cool. I do also want to point out we got like 2 cool new Stormtrooper designs. They're pretty cool. I like those. So the last point I want to hit on is I don't think that the story went far enough in the timeline. Like, it kind of sets up a really cool potential moment with that unspoilable character. But it just kind of ends, and I do really wish that we would have just seen that in here instead of a potential sequel to this. This wasn't really a movie that I needed to be made, but in the end, I'm really glad we got to see the adventures, and I'm kind of hoping that we get a continuation of the story with what is potentially set up here. It's a surprisingly fun film that gives us an excuse to not only return to the galaxy far, far away, but also gives us a new lens to see it through. Solo, a Star Wars story, gets a 7 out of 10. So like I said, Alden Ehrenreich is contracted for 2 more movies, so I kind of hope we get that. Like, it was a fun enough movie, and what they set up, I am interested to see what they do with. So as always, thanks for watching, guys. It means a great deal you're continuing to watch the content that I put out. Like I said in the beginning, go down and subscribe so you can stay up to date with all the videos that I do put out. Give the video a like, and share it with a movie-loving friend. And also, make sure to answer the question I posed earlier in the video, so that we have a shot at winning that Last Jedi code. Thanks for watching, everybody. See ya!